There's a fair bit of wind here.
Yeah.
I'm going to take off right over the pond. Let's hope it doesn't just slant right into it.
Whoa! It's very windy.
Sure is. It's quite windy. It really took it up there. Whoa, that tree's lower than I thought, or higher than I thought.
Oh! How are you going to bring it down?
Good question. Haven't thought of that. Haven't quite thought this through.
Land in the... And just so you know, it's really hard to see. Oh, am I on it? Oh, nice landing.
That's the best approximate landing I could do in the area. I didn't want to hit the cars.
No, I know.
I could have probably brought it right in here, but I didn't want to hit the car, right? There really isn't as much area here as it looks. Try that again.
I'd really like to be able to see it on the screen. Oh!
You see me catch the edge of that tree?
Yeah.
Oh, my transmitter cable's caught again.
Tree.
I'm really... Oh, there goes the motor.
Here. Yep, you're done.
So, I can, or I will, there's no real problem here, it's just that
Busted off.
that needs to be glued back on, and glued back in, like that. It'll glue just fine, little tape. Hey, I'm behind the camera right now, and I just came back from flying my Air Hogs Titan over at my buddy Rob's place. And on landing, there was a little bit of a tight landing area, at least tight for me, and I ended up hitting a tree twice on landing, and the last time snapped the back end here off with the motor mount and everything. This should be a really easy fix. You can see how the carbon fiber I had in here, it snapped off just past the reach of the carbon fiber. The metal didn't really have enough glue to hold it into place there, so it didn't add to any stability, so the foam just snapped. So for the foam itself, I think the best thing to use is going to be a little bit of polyurethane glue, Gorilla Glue. And for the metal, to hold the metal on, some hot glue is probably the right thing here to use. Now, I could put another carbon fiber or fiberglass rod in here, but with the metal there already for this stability, if that metal hadn't come unglued, I think we would be fine. So I'm just going to use these two types of glue. I'm just waiting for the hot glue to warm up a little bit. Everything else on the plane is fine. Hot glue will be the last thing I'll put on. So I'm just going to spread a little bit of this in on either side here. This polyurethane glue, it'll expand a little bit to fill in any cracks we might have. And I'm not going to be skimpy with it. This plane has been through enough now that looks aren't my primary concern with it. I just want it to fly and want it to stay together. So let's put some hot glue there, some hot glue there, and try and put this back in. What am I doing wrong? Is it going that way? No. That hot glue is going to set before I get it in. So there we go. That's about the extent of the fix. Give this a few seconds. For that glue to set up, for the hot glue to stick. And the rest should pretty much take care of itself. That glue is just going to run down there into that seam. I'm not too worried about that. And now one thing I could do to make this a little bit stronger, maybe I will. Just going to put a little tiny bit more polyurethane glue on top there. I could run some carbon fiber straight through right here underneath, or this. I could do that. I don't know how much that's going to add to the rigidity, but let's just run a piece up, say that far, and we'll clip it off. Let's take it out. So this is just fiberglass. So now I'm just going to take the cap off. I'm just going to run this through the polyurethane glue so it's all covered in it. And basically just shove it into that hole I just made. And that's just going to act as an additional rod to keep it more stable. Extra glue. And sometimes just to keep things together so that the glue doesn't pull, the polyurethane glue expands, so it'll tend to pull things apart. I'll just use a little bit of painter's tape, just kind of like that, just to keep it from pulling apart, and then I can pull the painter's tape off later. That's it for the repair.